Oscar winner Charlize Theron has done memorable work in many films, and now she's facing off with Uma Thurman in The Old Guard 2. Take a look. Please welcome the talented Charlize Theron.
Hi, everybody. Oh, this is the way to start your day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Fans have waited 5 years for the sequel to The Old Guard. We loved it. I'm so excited for the new film where you play a mercenary who's been secretly protecting humanity. She's immortal for many centuries. What can you tell us about this sequel?
Well, she loses her immortality in the first film towards the end. And, but she's okay with it because she kind of feels like she refines her purpose. And I think this team of immortals who are kind of fighting for humanity and the good of the world, they've lived for so long, they've seen so much, and it was, I think, important to show how heavy that is. Like, they're not superheroes. They're real people like us going through all of these experiences, and, you know, she was just ready to be done. And so it was nice to kind of, like, put her in a place where you would think if she loses her immortality, she would be bummed about it, but she was like, now my life really matters. So when we pick her up in this film, she is living her life. She is like, let's go, another job, let's... So it's nice to kind of play her a little bit more excited about life. But then, of course, you know, some great villain shows up.
Yes, yes.
And talking about that great villain, it's Uma Thurman.
The great Uma Thurman. Legend. She's a legend.
So she plays the villain. She's in the movie with you, and you are also a producer on this movie. And you've said that it was a dream of yours to be on with Uma Thurman. So what was that fight scene that we just saw the clip of like for you?
This was, we did this towards the end of the movie, and I think it was so perfect because we kind of like built up, I think all of us, the whole production built up to this moment. It was the set piece is really incredible. It's 4 helicopters, a lot of actual real logistics of like hanging off a real helicopter. We didn't do a lot of like special effects or anything like that. We wanted it to feel as real as possible. So we took a really good amount of time to do that. So by the time Uma and I were together, it was just awesome. It was like everything I think all of us wanted and thought and imagined. She is just, to me, you know, one of the greats. She really is. And I've just loved her in all of her movies. And I love the other women in the first in this film too, you know, Veronica No and Kiki Lane. It's just so amazing to make a movie like this and have it be surrounded by women who get to really not like pretend to be bad. I almost said a word I can't. But like actually really have their feminine strength in this. And
Do you want to say bitch? Say it. No, do you want to say badass? And you can say that too. You can say it. We like that word on
Just
the
don't
show.
say it in Spanish because they always bleep me up. Bleep me
Do
up
they
no matter
really?
what I say.
She's a walking
mommy.
Nothing in Spanish. Now, Whoopi often talks about this, and everyone talks about Tom Cruise and all the stunts that he does himself.
I've never heard of this
And he
guy.
does all these crazy stunts himself. But you should now be part of that conversation because the stunts I just learned that you do in this movie are real. You're freaking hanging from a helicopter, okay? You're fighting. That's so crazy. You're fighting with the swords with the Kill Bill star. I mean, it was just unbelievable to me.
Kids, that's my mom.
Yeah, I mean, it was so badass. how much training went into? I'm very risk averse, so I can't see myself doing this.
Why
but-
would you do that?
Yeah.
Why?
No, it's a really good question because I do think there's a valid question on like why are you being reckless, right? Like you're an actress, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And I have two beautiful children that I want to go home to. Yes. And so everything
Look
that
at you hanging from the thing like that, and it's going
is-
up and down and up and
vertigo
down.
watching.
Well, it's like a ride at Coney Island in a way.
by the way, it is towards the
Yeah.
end because I have a tiny bit of fear of heights, so we had to take it slow. I'm also not a big fan of helicopters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this incredible pilot, he is he does all of, if you see a helicopter in a movie, it's Fred North.
Oh wow.
So he's
He's
legendary.
the goat of helicopters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How
So
many times did you have to shoot that?
we did that for like 3 nights, 4
Oh my
nights.
gosh.
Yeah. And he was lovely because he said, we need to know each other. Because there's other moments in the movie where he flies his helicopter right up to me. And so the helicopter's like right in my face. And he said, you're gonna be able to see my eyes and I want you to be able to trust me. And he
Wow.
said, I have children too and I wanna go home to them.
Oh wow.
And they're so loud too. Like,
Yeah, and he was just, I think he's so smart and understanding that that's such a big part of the whole sequence working. Like if we didn't have that, I'd be like backing up from the helicopter or like looking like this. But it's a real, it's like I'm battling these helicopters, which was really cool.
Well, you've had so many iconic roles throughout your career, from your Oscar-winning role in Monster. Oh, who can forget Eileen Wuornos, to Bombshell, Mad Max Fury Road. And it's the 10th year anniversary of Mad Max Fury Road. And you posted some throwback photos to kind of commemorate this special day. And you said that movie changed your life. How so?
In many ways, yeah. It's definitely one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Wow.
I had just become a mom. My first daughter was, I think, 8 weeks old. I went out to Namibia with no help, just me and this little baby. Wow. Which was kind of great. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And so that, I have a lot of memories, like, from that movie because of her, because of, like, just really going for something and leaning really into, like, this idea of, like, let's shave my head, let's be bare, and let's just have the circumstances and this world kind of make me who I want to be in this movie versus, like, trying to control it or, like, do, like some kind of a fake version of it. And I think it was the most freeing thing I've ever done, which was also the scariest thing.
More than the helicopter.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
The helicopter is like one moment.
Yeah.
Furiosa is like, I feel like a year of my life. And it was tough. It was like we were in the desert, there was no green screen. Everything you see in that movie really happened.
So it's hot like
They
that.
did that shooting where it's like continual, right?
Yeah, everything happens. Like, everything happens in that movie. Like, he never stopped a car. They were always moving. We were always shooting everything while the truck was
And
driving.
all the sand and everything.
Oh, the dust. Oh, the dust.
I do want to mention that you created the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project 18 years ago to help advance health and safety of young people in South Africa, where you grew up. Why has this work been so important to you? And tell us what you have coming up this weekend.
Well, we have our big annual fundraiser, which we do once a year, and it's a really fun party. It's not like one of those like fancy galas. Like, we get like street food and trucks, and it's really, I think it's in the joy of young people, and you know, it's important to me because I think I have always felt like a lot of our things that we can solve will happen with the younger generation.
I agree. Yeah.
And
Well, the old people have really screwed things up.
yeah, and I think we have to understand it's going to take time. So if we set them up correctly, I really feel like, and give them the resources that they need, I really feel like, I just believe that that's how we can change things and not try and do it overnight or in the next 4 years or maybe the next 4 years. Because definitely not. Yeah, I've just always, I really love working with young people. And South Africa is where I'm from. No matter how long I've not been there, It's in your bone. It's in my bones. I can smell it. I feel it. I miss it, and you know, it feels like I owe that to the place that made
Congratulations
me.
on the good
Good for
work.
you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. We love seeing you. We love seeing you. Thanks to Charlize Theron. The Old Guard 2 will be streaming on Netflix on July 6th.